like 3 and 3. It's like
Right.
It also could be because your screen's on half.
So let's have a little recap. The Battle of Yester Hill has been successfully fought. You are victorious, mostly unscathed, and have returned, forthwith. Despite encountering the one homebrew creature that I thought will fuck you up, that was just a wisp in the night. So my home brewing is taking a revision currently.
Do you want a calculator that I did up?
Yeah, no, I thought, this will be a challenge because, anyway, but it wasn't. And you've returned to the winery, arriving in the wee hours, 4 a.m., having a brief discussion with Adrian, who was alert to your arrival, your demands for Darvian to treat with you upon your return, saying that you had successfully retrieved the gem that the druids had stolen recently.
So, what kind of farmer doesn't get up at 4 a.m?
Yeah, these guys should be at work.
These guys should be working, having his breakfast.
One whose vineyard is full of twig lights.
And a farmer who makes wine. Is clearly sleeping through the hangover.
Clarkson's farm. Farming the unfarmed.
Yes, farming the unfarmed. My training video, in fact, for my Lilywheel Farm.
Hear me out. Mushrooms.
I know, wasn't that just unbelievable? Like, bang. And the party having some sort of stern words with Adrian, and then the arrival of Esmeralda, dishevelled as she's been awoken from a deep sleep. Her also inquisitive as to success or otherwise. And most of you, well, let's just be frank, Gron deciding, fuck everything, I'm going to sleep. Mm-hmm. And your words were, I'm going to have a long rest, which is like 8 hours.
Yep.
Which would take you through to, quite late.
Yep.
The remainder of you, yet to be decided as to how you wish to sleep. Although, as pointed out by Clank, you were to be roused in a couple of hours upon dawn. Anyway, Clank made the decision to stay in the bottling room, and Cub initially departed, but then returned. And he and Clank are in the store, the bottling area, and the other three of the party snuggled up in the hay in the old barn. The wagon is no longer there, of course, because Dag, Stefani, which is one of Darvian's daughters, her husband, took the wagon to Valaki with the last remaining, hopefully unpoisoned wine. Initially with Esmeralda, who had second thoughts and, much to your surprise, was back at the winery awaiting your return.
Cub clued into this is not Esmeralda, and has advised the party otherwise that it is not Esmeralda.
So Esmeralda then left to go upstairs, and Cub went out, then came back, and I think that's about where we're at.
Somebody spotted her leaving into the trees.
Yeah, I think I mentioned through the telepathic link, like somebody was leaving through the trees, but I'm not sure who.
Oh, okay.
It looked like perhaps, but double take. There was no one there.
Yes, I was going to say, like, you looked and you saw a somewhat female figure disappearing into the mists in the early wee hours, and then when you
that we are tired.
you double took that image, there was absolutely no trace or sign that anyone had traversed off. So, and at this point, we had left it where that was essentially where we were at. And from my record, it is, I believe, 4:38 a.m. Yeah, 4:38 a.m. in the morning, and you are yet to have a short or long rest. So that's where we'll pick back up. So Cub has just returned. You guys are in the barn, and you can hear some movement upstairs. But you've been told that in an hour or so, hour to 2 hours, they will come fetch you for breakfast, where Darvian will treat with you to discuss the return of the gem. Do you have any questions or any clarification before the next plot?
I thought we hadn't left it that they were going to wake us up, that we were going to be, well, that those guys were going to be doing a long rest in the barn. That's what they told us to go and do. That was my recollection.
Yes, but we are also still in the winery area, not in the barn. So I'm
We
taking.
are, yes.
Yeah, you two
Yeah.
are.
So they, I assume, are taking as long a rest as they can. I suppose Cub will take as long a rest as he can, but I'm presuming that it's just going to be a short rest, which I'm okay with. And you.
Maybe I should put the battery back in.
What are you powering it off of?
Just
Is it straight into like a wall?
yes.
It's not like into a laptop or something?
No, it's into the plug. It's just that I might put the battery back in when we have a break.
Yeah.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be that the whatever charger you're plugged it into is not quite giving it enough juice to keep going without.
Yeah, but then it's
crashing.
overheating this.
And then it overheats. If you
Yeah,
have
so
to
maybe
have
I just need a new battery. Maybe that could be it. I mean, it's not that old though.
No, it won't be the battery that's the problem, because the battery's going to get hot when it's charging, no matter what. I'm thinking you might need a better plug that supplies a few more.
Well, it's a
amps.
Belkin, but anyway.
You say that like they're quality.
Okay, he says the IT
they're
expert.
not.
Yeah, okay.
The different wattage will impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you need so your long rest.
As far as I know, as far as I'm
hours.
concerned, I'm long resting because I can just do it standing where I am.
I'm
You're long resting, so
Yeah,
you're going to skip breakfast.
Yeah.
So
Because
that'll
long
take you
resting
to,
will
like-
take you to midday.
Yep.
No, his long rest is 4 hours.
So that's all Warforged
Okay.
needs.
So that takes him to what 4:30 now. So 8:30.
8:30. Yeah.
So Cub will attempt to long rest, but if he gets woken up earlier than just a short rest, these guys will leave them rest what it
In the
is.
barn until someone wakes me up, really. Unless until I finish my long rest or I get woken up.
So let's just say I take a short rest, assuming that we're getting woken up.
Yeah.
And then if we don't get woken up, I'll just keep staying.
Okay.
So-
All right. Brian, can I meet you next door? I don't have to go this way because there's no one there. But I'll just
Very, very private.
Yeah. My wedding ring saved me from losing my fingers today.
Oh shit! Really?
I was like stacking all I had to move all these big thick tiles, and they like slammed down. And luckily my wedding ring was there because it crushed. Like my wedding ring's been squashed now, but luckily they were there because it landed
On top.
like
Holy
my fingers were like
shit.
that, and they slammed into it like that, and the wedding ring like stopped, held them from fucking.
Jesus Christ!
I was
mate.
like, holy shit! So like pried it back open. I was like, yeah, so lucky.
Mate, did you file like some kind of like health and safety thing there?
Yeah.
Near miss? Jeez. Jesus.
But yeah. So that was lucky. I sent to Rube, I messaged her, I was like, thanks, Rube.
That's rough.
But it's good though. I'm liking my new job.
Yeah. You still at that? What is it? Prosthetics?
Nah, I'm renovating concrete pools now.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't realise you got a new job
Mm.
since then.
I think it was like maybe just my first few days last session. It's the same company I used to work for when I was here last time. Just the same family. Hit them up, asked if I can come back. Well, they asked if I wanted to come back. So yes. So that's been good. Been doing some concreting and jackhammering and all that sort of stuff.
That's good.
Mm.
Nice.
Fun.
Okay. All right. So you can all short rest at this point, and
Can you do that for Cosron, please?
And I'll do it for.
Cosron
How do you do it on the website?
It's up the top.
up the top right. There's a little.
That's a weird looking version of the website. Can you make it?
Oh,
there
there
you
it
go. Short rest.
Geez, my website's so slow. I see. I
Wonder
set
what we did
Starlink
when we-
up at the farm.
Yeah.
So they gave us they had like a Gen 1 Starlink, and they were getting like 30 megabits per second download speeds. I set up the third gen that I bought brand new because I didn't know they were going to give it to us. 320 on average.
Get it here.
Yeah, I know. It's like, holy Jesus.
Right. 2, 2, and a 6.
One. You need to just
Cosron's
fix
hit
it. I've
points
got
didn't,
an 8 and a 6.
Did you take
Yeah,
short
you need
rest
to,
and
you need
roll?
to do. You need to do roll.
yeah, but it
die.
said, but I've got to reset maximum hit point changes during this rest. So,
Yeah, but that would be if he's
For-
got any
Yeah.
alterations, which I think only reset for him on a long rest anyway. I don't know how it works.
yeah. It's still not changing his hit point.
Has it got the roll thing?
Yeah, I'm just refreshing to see if it's like a update error. Yeah.
So press
So I go short rest. Yeah.
and then you go
It's
to
off maximum.
I did that.
Nice.
automatically apply.
55 out of
Yeah,
70.
and it
What's
says
the
total
best?
6,
It's gone
Yeah.
up 51.
but it's
Nice.
still 18.
Oh wait, hang
Which
on.
reminds me, I
He's
now need to
used
go back in and
those.
fiddle
No,
with
I
the,
just click them
you
now.
click
the
them.
homebrew
Yeah.
magic item again.
Right, and
I just did. I just
well,
thought
let's just roll
3d8.
3d8
Yeah.
plus. Is it? No, it's just that. Yep.
Let's see if that works. Confirm.
Because usually it goes roll the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's roll 3d8 then.
Yeah.
Here, 3d8. Close run. 5, 2, 2, 9. Health back.
Okay. So he's now 27 out of 33. Okay. Cool.
The sleight of hand is insane.
What's that?
The sleight of hand is insane.
He's got the gloves of thievery that Cosron gave him. I've been angling to try and get the ring of protection from Cosron.
He doesn't want to give it out.
I know,
He might want
which
to.
is fine.
Well, he might want to give it to you right now.
Does he? This is
I did
like
say I
this is
wasn't.
like my.
I did say I wasn't going to spend any of his money. I didn't say I wasn't going to redistribute it.
This is like when David was like, "No, Cosron doesn't want the day."
And then Jesse walked in like,
Yeah. Good thing that Lily was there.
Your long rest is interrupted. Not you two. You're still short resting. This is at the barn door.
Wow, I wouldn't want to be that guy.
Grons does not wake up. Like he's still asleep. Aaron,
Okay. Give me a just give me a Constitution saving throw.
He doesn't wake up, but mysteriously his axe is vibrating in the door.
An 8.
What total?
Yeah, no, you wake.
So
Because like I go to bed and I think, right, I'm not going to piss. I'm just going to sleep through, and then suddenly like I'm woken up.
yeah, he's just waking up. It's like a shot of like a cartoon where it's just close up of the eyes and it's just bloodshot.
However, Arian and
Yes.
Cosron remain
Arian.
deep asleep.
Oh, he's so
So
angry.
pissed.
I definitely wouldn't want to be that guy.
Oh,
Fuck off!
what? stands up, stands on Cosron as he walks over him.
Right, Cosron's now awake.
Well, I just I've got this vision of you stamping into the door like in a threadbare dressing gown as well.
Can I grab some chicken shapes if there's any?
oh,
And
yeah,
if
right.
not, let's open up the emergency
loads.
reserve.
Well, you've got a box.
I just put that in.
Oh, right, there's both of them now. Wow.
Yeah, I demolished an idea that I need
Oh.
Thank you.
Bond is going to
Replenish with
just swing open the door and
Stefani
I'll
stands
punch
before you.
whoever it is in the face.
And as you swing open the door, you see the vista before you.
did you say sorry? Who's at the door?
Stefani.
I closed the door.
Isn't she the one who's supposed to be away with the car?
No, that's Stefani is the wife.
The wife of Doug, who took the car.
Yeah.
Dog. Oh.
We go to close the door.
Dag.
Not interested, so he starts closing the door.
Do you want to have him in my list?
Good morning, I've prepared breakfast in the dining room.
Opens the door again.
Please join us. My father-in-law is so eager to see you. Please take a moment to freshen.
Don't have him in my cost of
He just looks at you. And
She
he
turns,
just
and
walks.
as she turns, her dress catches the sunlight,
I have that down as L beer.
Okay.
and she wanders back along. So she's knocked at the door here, and then she wanders off in all her glory down through here and disappears into the door.
I follow at the sound of food.
You're doing like cartoon character drifting along
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your nose on a scent.
All right, so just no. So
Oh, following
yeah, down
him,
there.
yeah.
Stop. Just go there.
Yeah.
Right, Cosron and Aaron, what are they doing? So Cosron's awake.
I guess Cosron's following.
I'm going to say Aaron's awake because he's a rogue, so he would be a light
Aaron's
sleeper.
up.
He is the worst rogue you've ever heard of.
Okay.
But you have heard of it, which is not good for a rogue.
No, that's a good point. So with Aaron, let's do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Cosron's definitely following though, so somebody move him.
4.
Is that with his plus? You've got his plus.
+1.
Why is
You're-
my
you're
internet
rolling
so
really
slow
well
tonight?
tonight.
Are
yeah.
you guys saying finding slow internet, or is it just me?
No.
So Cosron is round here.
So Aaron had a +1 to Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Total of 4.
Can you open the door so that I can drag Cosron through it, so that he's following Gront?
Which door?
The barn door, because I can't. Oh, there we go.
The barn door
He'll
should be
move.
open.
He'll move. Literally, it wouldn't let me move him through them. It just suddenly started working. So, can somebody move the?
Yep.
a bit?
So Stefani is about to go through the door there. And Aaron and Cosron are awake. At this point, can I get? You're sleeping or are you resting?
I'm still sleeping.
Because you don't need to sleep for a short rest.
No. So I suppose Cub set off with the intention of sleeping as long as he could, because he's tired, but would wake up when needed.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
That will be 7 total.
Okay. You're asleep.
Oh,
Plank, give me a
good start.
perception.
Fucking hell. I need to reuse these different dice. What did we say? Perception.
Mm-hmm.
10 total.
Oh, okay.
That's well.
Yeah. I rolled 4.
That's okay, guys. Good rolls come later.
Yeah.
You become aware, you hear some footsteps upstairs, and then you hear a door on the same level but further in the vineyard, and then you hear some voices, like a female voice particularly, and a very angry, grumpy dwarven voice.
Just ignoring it.
What time is this? I mean, we wouldn't know, but like.
The sun's come up.
Checking your digital clock, it's 6:20 a.m.
Okay, so you've only been asleep for like.
And as you can see, the vista of the vineyard, the morning sun.
That seems uncommonly cheerful for bravery. Are you sure?
I
The
am
sun's
sure.
actually broken through the fog. Wow.
The grapes are growing.
Nice fresh fig bites. We're going to find our way through those when we leave.
Hey, stop faking.
Stefani continues now and disappears upstairs to the upper level.
Aaron's just joining following the party of two.
So you guys
It's
move
breakfast.
upstairs. Are you going to check on your colleagues?
Grond absolutely is not. He's going straight for the food. And I assume Cosron.
Do you not? Yeah,
You're-
Cosron as well. I'm
I'm not
Cosron. I'm
Oh,
Cosron.
you're
So
Cosron?
yeah, he's following you.
Yeah. And Aaron is actually going to sort of head around the side to see where you guys went. And he's going to try the door.
Okay. Door opens.
Cool. He's in. And did you say Cub's still asleep?
Yeah, Cub is asleep and Clank is.
Just got the.
Yeah.
The occasional little bit of data packet interference.
It's a DVD sign in the corner. Just as he walks
That has to be kind of
Basically, instead of just the Cylon red light, there's actually like a screen like this, and it's like Pong.
He gives you a light kick in the leg to wake you up. And then he's trying to think, would kicking you even wake you up? Like,
Well, I'm not asleep.
no, so he doesn't really know what to do with you. He just kind of, and you just like why
Just doesn't react.
Okay. He looks like he's gonna say breakfast. Breakfast is ready.
Shall we? Shall we continue through this door?
Ah, the others went this way. He's just gonna walk out the door and head that way.
Okay, Clank, you're remaining.
Yep.
Okay, the rest of you.
Uh,
Clank, is there anything we need to discuss what you're doing while I now switch scenes to each stairs?
No, he's just staying empowered down. You know.
Cub hasn't left yet. The intention was to, like, stay with Clank. I'm assuming that you're in low power mode. You
Yeah,
can still
I
hear
can't,
and everything.
I can hear and see, but I can't talk back to you while I'm in low power mode.
I assume
Bah.
you would wait if you needed, if you wanted to come. You were intending to stay.
It's changed to the Windows XP screen things. All the pipes
Blue
going
screen
on
of
the
death.
side.
He's been crowd struck.
I shall
We
stay.
need a couple of minutes.
I shall stay with
What's
you.
it? It's the little rainbow ball of death on a Mac, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cub will pop his head out and just say, "I will wait here with Clank to Aaron as he's leaving, and just kind of continue the attempting to take a long rest, trying to make use of the 2 hours of not doing anything."
Do we remember how long that psychic thing was going for? Because I mean, it's only been 2 hours since we were asleep, and we still had it when we went to bed.
I didn't make a note of how long
I
it was
didn't make
for.
a note of it. I feel like it's. I feel
It's,
like
it's probably passed
it's
out.
probably. Yeah. We'll say that to be safe.
Okay, that's fine.
I suppose you're not googling it, Nick. In the...
Well, it's based on a roll.
Well, it's based on a roll. We can't
Oh
remember what he
yeah,
rolled.
it's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't remember who rolled. So.
I make many notes, but I don't make notes of other people's die rolls.
Anyways, it's gonna be like, oh,
Actually, it'd be really good if I can access your notes because that will help.
I think David rolled it.
Yeah.
Really not.
I can't remember, but
Did he do
I think it was like
did he
6
roll?
hours from memory.
yeah, I thought it was pretty decent.
I feel like it's not been below 4 when he
Yeah.
rolled it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna allow you guys to still have psychic whispers.
Okay. Aaron's just gonna say as he's walking, he's like, oh, whatever, and then as he's walking to the stairs, he says, "I'll keep you guys updated."
It wasn't one of the ones that he did in the game log. Just
No.
I looked read back. And it's
He's,
fine
yeah, using his psychic whispers, just basically saying, "I'll keep you guys updated if anything's here. I'm hungry."
Cub's gonna keep just trying to long rest because you still go by the long rest is 6 hours of sleeping, 2 hours of doing nothing much. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, 8 hours for
8 hours
most
total,
people,
yeah.
yeah. So midday, you guys will be back
Yeah.
in. So are you playing a character? Are you playing someone else?
I'm just playing Cobb tonight.
Okay.
These two are playing 2 other ones.
2 others. Okay. Why don't you go out and see what Lily's doing?
Excellent. I'm gonna, you know what? Before I do that, I'm just gonna top up a little bit of a.
And when you come back, bring another ice.
Yeah, find out how the
Yeah,
bread's
look.
doing. I want to know how the bread's doing.
Oh, he's toast now.
And who are you playing? You're playing
Cosron.
Jesse. You're playing Jesse, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You must disconnect what you're about to hear from
Yeah,
Clank's character.
Yep.
Should I detect that there's cross-pollination, there will be immediately
Immediate
Imply-
disadvantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
an imposter of a disadvantage.
Yeah.
We.
Okay.
What?
Let's get his brain talk on.
Okay. Okay. Cosron. Clank and...
I need to remember
Yeah.
that Cosron's a lot more angry at these people than Clank is.
Yeah. Just channel your hatred.
He just wants to set fire to everything.
I'm glad we've got our best negotiators in this room.
Alright, I'm just going to stick those guys down over there.
Well, in
Just
theory,
have
Cosron should be a good negotiator.
Yeah, he's a great negotiator for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The dining room is modestly furnished with a wooden table and chairs. Darvian, Elvir, his youngest son, and Adrian, his oldest son, are seated, waiting for the party. Esmeralda stands near the window, looking pensive. Stefani enters the room now with a bowl of fruit.
Did
The 4 children
Oh, sorry.
are also in the room.
Did Cup share his suspicions of Esmeralda with everybody last night before you guys went to sleep?
Not Grond.
Not
I-
Grond.
I
Probably
don't know,
not.
was-
Probably not Cosron either. Then in that
Yeah.
case, because you
Didn't
both
was
went to
Aaron,
sleep at the
but
same
Aaron
time.
was in the room with you guys. at some
Aaron,
point.
I think, was there.
And if not, surely the
The
psychic.
children are just there. And Esmeralda. Let's see if I can get the window in there. Stefani, look at her.
Ah, she's here.
Oh, there she is, yeah. Stefani now enters and places a bowl and then takes a seat. There are seats enough for all of your party. Like I said, the children are just at a side table over here. There are 4 children.
Grond's in awe of a table that's perfect height for him. Grond looks at the fruit on the table and says, "What is that?"
Why isn't it swimming in grease?
Yeah.
Stefani points at some fruit from our orchard, some grapes that we keep specially. And here you have some breads and cereals. And I fried some eggs as well. Boiled some eggs as well. And there's some boiled eggs in another one.
The last piece of fruit from your orchard tried to fucking kill us. So, what? Let's just look at Cosro.
Mind your language at my table, says Darvian.
Did he try to kill us?
He leans forward. I hear
I thought the wine did.
you've done us a great service by retrieving the gem. It does belong to this land, to the winery. I beg that you return it to me, and I shall reward you with what little we can offer. Perhaps some of our finest wine and a small monetary token.
I feel like Cosron's eyes would light up at this point.
I don't know. We went up to that stupid little hill, almost got killed. I had a great time, don't get me wrong, but it'd be a pretty substantial amount of money that we're expecting for this.
You
And
must understand, we are but humble makers of wine here in Barovia. Something that is treasured and so important to
Point out
both the souled and the soulless in this land.
Yeah. But you're a monopoly. You can charge what you like for it.
This is true. Our monetary reward will be significant.
Well, what?
Adrian interjects. Father, excuse me. And he turns to you. But of course, there's another gem that was stolen 8 weeks ago. It's likely in Perez. A cursed swamp. If you could recover it, it would help us immensely in producing better wine for all of Barovia. And of course, we would be able to reward you even more handsomely.
Adrian, I'm rewarding you right now by not shoving my foot up your ass. You've done nothing for us since you've been here.
Except be rude.
I don't want to hear nothing out of your mouth, Adrian.
Adrian looks a little taken back at the comment. And he lowers his head a little. Darvian, he goes, Perez, yes. A place of misery and decay. Long abandoned and forgotten by most. But you should not be fooled by its desolate appearance. It is true, it is dangerous. The rumour is that the village is not entirely empty. There are whispers of an old hag named Baba the Saga who resides there. They say she's in league. And he pauses, with Strahd himself, serving as one of his most loyal and dangerous allies. Yet, should you treat us with your favour once more, the return of the second lost gem would allow us to bring the Red Dragon Crush back into production. One of our most prized and expensive wines, which of course would allow us to reward you far more handsomely.
It sounds like you're suggesting we wait for payment until after you started selling again.
Not at all.
So how much?
Let's see it.
How much are you going to pay us up front?
Produce the green gem that the druids stole from us.
Who's actually holding it?
Clank. It's in his backpack.
Wand.
Well, we were going to show you it last night, but apparently it's not actually that important because you couldn't be asked to get out of bed.
I'm an old man. Something that one
old
day...
men don't sleep very well. Don't give me that.
Yes, but I am slow to dress and I am slow to prepare. And I wanted to greet you with a feast. And he puts his hands out towards that my most beautiful daughter-in-law has prepared with her own hands, and those of her mother, of course. But I beg you, please, can I see the gem? And can you please return it to us so that we can begin production? For the wine is the only thing...
Let's talk money first.
Yeah, I want to see some payment.
You are, if nothing but shrewd.
Shrewd.
If we were shrewd, we wouldn't have bothered going and getting it in the first place.
You're lucky we even came back. Shrewd.
I shall give you a
fruit.
cask of my finest wine.
A cask.
Red Dragon Crush.
Much as I appreciate that sounds attractive to you, we wouldn't make it out of the vineyard without you having finished it.
Yeah.
You would be able to sell it for some, perhaps 700 gold pieces.
Up for the cash at this point.
Yeah, same.
And I can offer you, and he reaches down and he puts a satchel, I can offer you 100 gold pieces, plus the cask. And this small token of my appreciation. And he pulls out a bracelet. Actually, here we go. Pulls out a bracelet. A small trinket that some of you may find beneficial. This is what I offer. He puts the bracelet back on. This is what I offer for the return of my gem. You have ventured forth. You have, I believe, laid waste to the druids.
We were confronted by
I have been told it is
himself.
in your He confronted you,
Yes,
and you lived.
apparently so.
What occurred? Please tell me.
He turned up after we'd finished dispatching the Druids and their unholy barbarian servants, and he laughed at us, and then he left.
I see.
Are the people at the table actually eating the food as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that Grant's paying attention to the important things.
No, it's actually coming
You're
from here.
saying you, are you like this drool coming out of your mouth?
Martina, who's the 8-year-old girl, she like pauses and she goes, "Grandpa, will these people help us?" And her brother, Vigo, "Shut up! Can't you see? They're negotiating. Watch and learn, sister." Martina turns around and like smacks him on the head.
Also, before we go any further, there's something else that we want to clarify. Are you in fact members of the Keepers of the Feather or not?
There's a collective in a sign of good faith, for you have done us a great service in retrieval of the gem and the vanquishing of the blights that blighted our farm. No pun intended. Yes, we are part of Keepers of the Feather. My family and colleagues have observed you since your misfortunate shipwreck over nearly a 10-day ago. You're in day 7, I think. So
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say a week, but yeah, nearly a 10-day.
Erin's gonna psychic whisper back to Clank and basically just say they want us to go get another gem and they're paying us fuck all. And can you psychically?
I don't think Clank can respond while he's powered down. I can see and hear,
Okay.
and I can't do anything. But you could do that to Cub as well, because
Yeah.
he was included.
Oh, yeah, basically just putting it to the.
Okay, go out and tell him.
I'll go.
Okay.
So, yeah, no. Oh, Jesus. Try not to do that again. It's the only thing is, it's come out of the power supply.
As long as it's not come out of the power supply. That would be a bit tragic.
It's the only thing that lacks is MagSafe.
Baba the Saga is no ordinary witch. Her powers are said to be formidable, capable of turning the very land against those who dare oppose her. And it seems she has found new friends in the Druids from the Dark Grove. Their recent activities and the rituals you interrupted on Yester Hill are likely connected to her dark influence. Pausing now, he looks deeply into your eyes. This is dark.
Is it okay if I have a Psychic Whispers conversation with him out here and update him on other stuff? He's asking questions.
No, you can come and do it here while we
Alright,
pause.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Yes, please. Most important psychic whisper of the evening. Thank you indeed, good
Hang on.
sir. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
I will put this down, and I will
Jesus.
go put this
Right.
down.
Chocolate and a dim palm here as well.
As a seasoned alcoholic, I'm still be fine to get up at 4. It would appear that the remainder of the party, busy in psychic whispers, missed what was said.
Okay.
Do we trust these people?
They have just admitted to us that they are part of the Keepers of the Feather.
I love how you're standing up for the conversation. It adds a dramatic.
Well, you said that we
whisper.
were supposed to have it in the door. I
Yeah.
didn't think he was supposed to come and sit down
Well,
again.
yeah, standing up. Couple of related.
Most importantly, how's the toast?
Not watching Toast anymore. Was watching a video of where babies were flooding the house. Interesting. Now watching a squirrel running around trying to become king of all the other animals.
This explains my home life exceptionally well. Thank you.
A couple relayed that briefly to Clank, who is still sleeping, I'd imagine. These do seem to be the keepers of the feather. Aaron is...
Yeah, Aaron's he's saying they're telling us that they are keepers of the feather. Still don't know if they
Can
did.
we, can Cosron check and see whether or not he believes that claim?
Yeah, do an insight check.
Helpful, I have my glasses on so I can see the result. Well, that's 19, and he's got +3 insight, so 22.
So yes, he's pretty convinced that they're legitimate.
Which Cosron will also supply that he believes them. So, Cosron, again, bearing in mind how grumpy he is with these people, is going to carry on the conversation with Darwin and said, we received a letter shortly before.
Okay, stop. You finished your psychic whispers?
Yeah.
Gron's saying,
Hang on, I'm going to take my phone. And my drink.
Very sensible, yes.
Gron's just before you say that, because since you were psychic whispering, because Gron was left out of the psychic whisper, he looks over to you and says, "Do you reckon it's the same one that we saw?"
Same one, what that we saw? What? Sorry, confused.
Yeah, that's because Duncan was saying that you guys were talking, so Gron only just heard that. So that's what Gron says to Cosron.
So while you guys have been psychic whispering, there's been a conversation going on that you haven't been paying attention to.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Gron was listening, and he just turns to Cosron and says, "Do you reckon it's the same one that we've seen?"
Sorry, you'll have to fill me in on that.
The hag.
Which hag? Where?
Her name is...
We've seen 2 hags so far.
What was her name? Beef Stroganoff.
Baba Ganoush.
Yeah.
That was what we decided we were going to call her.
Baba Ganoush.
We have seen, I'll refer to my notes, hold on, cast of characters under baddies. We've got under creatures.
Is that coming from the winery?
What?
This monster noise?
We've seen a hag called Morgantha.
It's background music. Don't stress.
That's happened in the past.
Nothing's intentional with what I do.
We've seen a hag called Morgantha, which is the one that we encountered in the village of Barovia that we, bought pies from. There was another one that killed Erin.
Yeah.
She didn't get the chance to introduce herself because we booked it. But given that she lived in a windmill and not in a swamp, I'm willing to bet it's probably not the same one, no.
So why can't you guys go and get this hag? You're also powerful keepers of the feather. You can't obviously keep on to a fucking gym.
Coson's going to put an arm out and go, hold on a sec. We got a letter shortly before we arrived in Vallaki telling us that the keepers of the feather were the people that we should seek out for guidance. And so far, we've seen precious little evidence that there's any value in doing that.
You guys are pathetic.
Basically, you're a millstone round our neck.
How be that?
You're a
Says
pro
Darwin.
old man who can't wake up. You've got the worst workers. He points at the children. Don't even get me started on Adrian. And what is this? Fucking fruit!
All you've done is talk to us about how we've been prophesied to do this and prophesied to do that, and that we need to prove ourselves to you.
Esmeralda turns rapidly. I agree. This has been nothing but a distraction. I need you to understand something equally important. My master, Rudolf von Richten, is out there in Vallaki, and he needs our help. Van Richten has dedicated his life to hunting down and destroying the most malevolent of all creatures, vampires. Her eyes light up with intensity as she sort of now sort of focuses on you. I've been by his side for years, ever since he saved me from the clutches of a vampire lord. True, I was young, brash and foolish. I thought I could take on the undead myself, but I was wrong. Van Richten found me drained of life, and nursed me back to health. He taught me everything I know about the hunting the undead, and about surviving a world where darkness often prevails. She takes a deep breath. We have done what they request. Give them their gem, take your rewards, and let's go to Vallaki and find my master.
That was all very interesting, but you interrupted me.
Do we sit through?
yeah, basically.
Van Richten is not just any hunter. She levers in after you say that. He's the best there is.
I'm not here to talk about him. That's not what's under.
This has gone long enough. Feast, and let's depart. We must depart for Vallaki as soon as possible.
Well,
you must come with me.
You were supposed to be there.
Because you must come with me.
Why?
It has been foretold.
Why?
It has been foretold.
Who cares?
Because I care.
Who told you?
Who told you? And why should we give a shit about it?
The Vistani talk of you.
Yes, and
You have come here. Madame Eva has given you the guidance, and rumour has it that she believes you are the ones. And
What are the
Darvian
ones
turns.
what?
Darvian turns and he goes, Madame Eva has said they're the one. And Esmeralda snaps at him. Yes! Take your gem, make your wine. You all must come with me to Vallaki. You must find Van Richten, and we must vanquish Strahd. And then she turns back to Darvian. Which will release all of you from under his thumb, or his hoof, whatever evil thing he wields between his fingers.
so Cosmo's just going to turn to Grom and go, have you noticed how everybody keeps telling us we must do things?
You usually don't like being told what to do,
Yeah.
especially when they feed me fruit.
He's devoted his entire existence to this cause. He's been preparing for this ultimate confrontation with Strahd. And as she says,
And are we
Strahd,
stopping him?
as she says Strahd, everyone as if she just said the C word, right? That's the kind of reaction you get.
She should hang around with us more.
Yeah, at this point, I kind of
His knowledge, his strategies, his very presence could be the key to tipping the balance in our favour. Please, I beg with you, come with me to Vallaki. They have the gem. Give them the gem. They can make the wine for the masses, for the souled and soulless of this land. Darvian turns. Enough. Your impudence at my table. And with that, he holds a stare at her. And she sort of... and she takes a couple of steps towards the door. She quickly turns. I implore you to come with me, Vallaki. Together we can find Van Richten. He holds vital information and resources that we will need if we have any hope of defeating Strahd. And with that, she looks back at Darvian, sees his glare, and she departs the room.
Well,
Everybody
hang on.
who's been... Oh,
I've just got to depart.
you're going to delete her from the scene.
Yeah.
Gron's gonna look at you, at Cosron, and just be like, fuck it. She makes a point. It's better than sitting around here with a bunch of shitty chickens.
What
Let's
chicken?
get paid.
Wrong game.
These shitty chickens around the table.
Yeah, the shitty chicken. We're not dignifying them with being were ravens. They're were chickens as far as
Oh, we're chickens. Right.
Almost every bird is a chicken to Gron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he stands up, looks disgustingly at the fruit, walks past one of the children and does the and he just walks. He's gonna storm out the door.
So you're not even having any fruit for breakfast or eggs.
No.
No.
As you stand up, Darvian goes, the gem. I'm a man of my word. 100 gold pieces, and he throws the bag towards Aaron.
Aaron instantly grabs the bag, and then
Bring me the gem, henceforth, and I shall release the barrel of Red Dragon Crush. and give you the bracelet.
This
If
is-
you
this
choose
is-
not to help
this-
us recover the second gem
This is a pittance.
from the swamp,
What does it mean?
It means fuck all.
Oh yeah.
I think you fail to recognise the importance that our production of Red Dragon Crush has. For the more depressed and dark the thoughts of the people in this land are, the more power he gains. Should we be able to bring Red Dragon Crush back to this land, spirits will be lifted. And you will find your task ahead of you that she has
Well, you keep
Infinitely.
saying it's our task, but we haven't accepted it yet. To be honest,
The very
the
fact that-
only person who's been polite to us in this whole goddamn benighted country is Strahd. He hasn't demanded anything of us. He's been nothing but relentlessly polite. And he
He's
hasn't
got a cool horse.
He's got a cool horse, and he's not actually attacked us at all. So all we've got is your word that he's a terrible force for evil, and as far as we can tell, he isn't.
And your wine isn't even that good.
Before you go, I believe one of you is a cleric. Are you able to purify what poison wine the druids have made?
I point at Cosron. Him.
I do not believe it is you.
I think he is. He has got Purify Feed and Drink. He cast it last time.
Oh, has he?
Yep, he has.
Oh, little
I don't know that he'd want to though, because it'd burn a spell slot. Oh no, he has to do it as a ritual. Sorry,
Yeah.
but he does. He was the one that did it last time.
Oh, okay.
Clank doesn't have it, so he can't do it.
Well, Darvian's still mistaken. He still said what he said.
Yeah.
Please, bring me the gem. Production, you have already achieved this. Take what little I can offer. And please, if you must depart and pursue that mad wench, so be it.
Well, we're not going anywhere until we've rested up. We had a long bloody night, and we've had precious little in terms of a decent breakfast. And with that,
Woken up.
Cosron's going to turn and storm out of the room and go back downstairs.
Yeah.
Wait, says Darvian. You make a good point. Please, fill your stomachs. You have done us a great service in the very little of smiting the blights that infected my vineyards. That at least we owe you a hearty breakfast.
Yeah, you do. And
But
Grom
this,
walks
is,
out.
but this isn't it.
You owe me breakfast. This isn't breakfast. And Grom walks out.
This is like a children's party.
So Grom has been woken up early.
So who's left then? Only
I
Aaron.
think-
Erin, I feel like, is grabbing the bag and just slowly backing out. After
The gem. Will you bring the gem?
we'll discuss it after we've rested.
yeah, Erin just goes,
He turns to Aaron and he says, I invite you to lunch, and for your friend's sake, we will slaughter a pig this morning
So yeah.
and make it available for your friends as a sign of good faith. We mean you no harm, we only mean to assist you. However, you have assisted us to unbelievable levels. If you have returned the gem, although I have not seen it yet, I have only heard that you have. Perhaps
You got up in the middle of the night.
You are
when we
false.
asked you to.
you are but nothing but a false hope for us.
Look,
But if you have the gem, I beg that you return it to us so that we can begin production of wine for next season.
I think before we start throwing around threats here, you might want to slaughter 2 pigs because you don't want to see that dwarf any angrier. And we'll see you at lunch.
Yeah, we'll see.
Perhaps
We'll see you
would-
at lunchtime.
We only have 1 pig left. Would some chickens do?
Chickens will be fine.
We shall prepare lunch at the mid of the day. Talk amongst yourselves. Prepare the gem for us, please. I implore you. And as a patriarch of the Keepers of the Feathers, I understand that you have doubt in us, for we have only watched. But from this point forward, if you prove yourselves worthy of your word and provide us the gem and undertake the challenges that have been laid ahead of you, be it return the red gem from Baba in the swamps, or follow your crazed hormonal woman to Valaki. Whatever you choose, we will be there to assist you if you do us this good deed. For we are nothing but simple winemakers, and we know our place here in Barovia. We are the lifeblood of the souled and the soulless. We are all but between despair and glimpses of
That sounds like
quiet stillness. Some perhaps might even find joy, although fleeting, in the consumption of our wine. Here, take one of my last remaining bottles of Champ de la Stomp. This can only be produced with all 3 gems,
Right.
as a sign of my good faith. Okay, you guys go downstairs, go grab Nick.
Yep.
Alright.
He's YouTubed enough, I suspect.
Yeah. Have you had enough YouTube yet?
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So Cosron will catch you up to speed as he comes storming back downstairs again. Yeah, they still want us to go and get this other gem from Baba Ganesh in the swamp. They've offered us 100 gold pieces and a barrel of, what was it, the purple grape? Or
Red Dragon Crush.
Red Dragon Crush.
Purple Grape Marsh is what they'll be able to produce with the green gem.
Right,
If you get the red gem, Red Dragon Crush.
right.
If you get the other gem,
Wherever it may be.
wherever it may be, they'll be able to do Champ de Stomp,
Champagne de Stomp as
which
well.
they've given you one of their last remaining
Which,
bottles of.
fortunately, wisely, whatever they handed to Erin, not drawn, so it's not already empty. So
Send that
they're
down, Nick. I'm going to get a quick photo of that for the
doing- yeah, they've offered us a barrel of the
Perfect. Yes, sir.
barrel of the purple wine, which is apparently worth 700 gold pieces that we can, I don't know, go and trade.
No, barrel of the red wine.
Barrel of the red wine worth 700 GP, which we can then go and, I don't know. They've also they said they'd give us a cart, didn't they?
Nah, cask.
Cask. I misheard.
Not
Sorry.
a cask.
Right, sorry.
They will give you a cask of Red Dragon Crush,
Right.
which you could sell
Yeah.
for 700 gold pieces in the right market. They've offered you 100 gold pieces cash plus.
Well, not just offered it, but
A cool bracelet.
Erin's already walked off with it.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
Erin's just taking it.
Nobody took the bracelet though.
No one took the bracelet. Yeah.
No.
And Esmeralda had a massive steaming fit while she was in there, demanding that we stop faffing about with these idiots here and go with her to Valaki and help her boss out if she can
Is that
find
him?
him.
Is this through Cycling Christmas?
No, we've come back downstairs.
Yeah, back downstairs.
Yeah,
So your long rest is being interrupted, but I'll count it under the 2 hours of foofing.
If we...
Sorry, I was going to finish as well. We've also told them to hold their fucking horses and we'll talk to them again after we've had lunch so we can all chill out, have a long rest, and then...
And no one ate the food because it was fruit and that just made
Eggs.
Gron mad.
Indeed, I
They
understand.
promised one pig,
Gron threatened
that's
one of
all
the
they have
children as he left.
All of us other kids.
Indeed.
and some chickens.
Yeah.
I understand. You would not like the monastery back home.
No.
Now, we do need rest. I need rest. I'm sure you also need rest. before we even consider retrieving the second gem. As far as compensation goes,
Esmeralda bursts in the door.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This isn't just about me, or even about Van Richten. It's about all of us. About freeing Barovia from Strahd's grip once and for all.
Because we're going to spin round and go,
Strahd's grip.
will you fuck off? We're having a private conversation. You weren't invited. Get lost.
I
what he
implore
says.
you, with Van Richten's guidance,
Shut up.
we will stand a chance. Please consider the importance of this.
The more you beg me, the less I
Enough.
want to help you.
enough.
Let's find Van Richten
Enough.
and end this nightmare.
Enough.
She turns and she walks out and slams the door behind her. Boom. So you guys are all downstairs. Let me just change the map for you now.
This is not the Esmeralda we met before. There is no point in.
This one's way better.
There's no point in discussing any matters with her.
I'm curious as to how this Esmeralda knows anything about Van Richten, though.
A vampire hunter hunted by Strahd. How would he not know of him? How would Strahd's minions not know of him? It only makes logical sense that
And
she would know of this Van Richten.
Yeah, thanks.
Does it?
She herself, when we first met her, said she was in hiding from
Strahd.
Yes. And
Okay, pizza's arriving in a couple of minutes.
excellent.
Okay.
Yes, this aside, we need rest. If you feel safe here for us to rest, then we should rest before we do anything. And then from there, whatever we else decide, let us do. Rest is first priority, and then we may retrieve another gem. Or, as far as material possessions go, I'm not concerned. This is not my prerogative. If this is what you seek, or this is what you wish, then so be it.
If we're going to get the second gem, I think we should hold on to the first one until then.
But we know these people to be keepers of the feather. Are we sure?
Yes.
And we are sure. So then,
They're sure.
why would we not? Do you not trust our companions?
At this point, I don't trust anyone that wasn't on that shipwreck with us.
Our companions were on the shipwreck, right? Do you not trust?
What do you mean companions?
Hello?
I'm confused.
Oh yeah,
as well.
that's what I meant. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I trust only the
So-
ones that...
Oh, fantastic. Pizza's here. Okay, let's go. Alright, we're on the way. Thanks,
So
buddy.
that's what Connor's
Cheers.
meaning. So he trusts that us in the circle of trust right now. Maybe instead of lugging this thing around, if all it's doing is making Clank feel happy, we can just get paid a bit more and just leave it with these guys.
It does a lot more than make me feel happy.
Like you. Yeah. You don't seem. You seem just happy. You know, what's going on?
No. No happier or sadder than usual.
Okay.
To be frank,
Is it work? Can I explain it in just metagame terms, or do I have to try and describe how it's affected?
My preference would be that you describe it without metagaming.
Because I don't know how Clank knows some of the effects of it.
The whispers. Invincible. Powerful.
But it
Raging robot
Okay, so
arm.
the only whisper that I've heard is the one that we did this session. You didn't give me that the last session. You just said I knew.
Okay, well then you know.
Okay.
So describe how you know.
I don't know how I know.
He
You
just
just
knows.
told me. you said it has this effect and this effect, and you've cranked it up another notch.
But just knowing also kind of gives information as well.
Yeah. So you can say,
Okay.
just without necessarily metagaming. Come on, you can do that, Brian. I have faith in you. I know these guys don't, and they don't trust you. But like, I trust you.
This is gaslighting.
Sowing the seeds of love, seeds of love. Paranoia, the DM or DJ.
Maybe you should do the identifier on it then, because then that way we don't have to worry about the description.
Right, I'll walk over, open up the pack, and...
Oh, wait! Wait!
He needs his picture.
I prepared for this earlier. You open the pack.
It looks like a D20.
A flat D20.
And I squidgy up my glove a little bit and start my identify ritual.
Okay, come with me. 10 minutes later.
Elevator music.
So metagaming, what it does is it gives you plus one to Constitution saves, resistance to damage from spells, and it's now also, since I did the short rest with it, also up my armor class by 1. Which that may not, Clank may not be the most appropriate person to have all of those abilities. I would submit potentially Grond would benefit from them more, but.
Or cup.
Well, or Cub as well. But I still think it's worth hanging on to if we can negotiate it. But again, I mean, if we think that there's a reason to leave it here, then leave it here.
You can always feed it to Gron. This is Aaron talking. And Gron whispering in his brain.
The chat we had in there before, it was like, we need to tell everyone else. And Grond, but we don't have psychic whispers for Grond. And then Rogan's like, maybe we can leave Grond out of this one. I don't think he needs to know. As Aaron, maybe we can leave this out of Grond. That was funny though. Ooh, isn't that nice and weighty? Although they get a little bit chipped on the end.
Weighty. Shit, they are too. Oh, they like the official ones or something.
Must be. Nice though.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're a bit smaller though, I think. No, the same size. Okay. This one's just a bit bigger. Yeah, that one's a bit bigger. Cheese also lighter. It's cheesy. You should stop rolling with it. Although it is very tempting to grab it. Like, ooh, cheese.
The tattoo festival in Brisbane on the weekend, and there's one of the little stalls had like how much just random stuff for sale, and there was all these D&D dice for sale.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, we had a look. They were just like basic as like just standard, almost like 1 or 2 colour ones. They're only like $15 for a set. And I was like, bro, these are like $2 on fucking anywhere else.
Yeah, like ridiculous.
It's like $15 for a set of like the basic.
These were like $60.
Right.
I feel like I probably overpaid for them, but I do like them though. Like
they're cool. They're like you're getting something cool.
You're actually getting something cool though.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they were over. It was a birthday gift to me.
They are very
from
cool.
me.
I talked myself out of giving myself a birthday gift when I went into that Barrels and Stills place on Riding Road.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They had a bottle of Glenfiddich Snow Phoenix whiskey in there, but I think he said was about $2,000 a bottle. And I was like, I like myself, but not $2,000.
It's like, I'm not worth $2,000. Oh jeez. Yes. Some yeah. I don't know. It's like you get some dice that are like, yeah, you've done a good job with this, but then you get other dice that you're like, You just put fucking like floaties in it. Like I don't care.
No, I don't like those either.
Yeah.
And if they've got like little things in them, would they balance?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
impact the balance. Yes.
Because like, you see people make the resin ones, and like, oh, they look cool, but then they like put them in the mold, and then they put in like a little plastic woody
put
bag,
it glitter or whatever it is.
even if it's like a little plastic
Like
thing.
it's like these ones, I'm not entirely convinced that that's true.
Why, yeah.
Yeah, when they're like cut off all the things. They look cool, yes,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I don't think I rolled it enough for it to make that much of a difference, but
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Okay. Interesting.
Quite heavy game. You've been fumbling the gym, pondering the orb.
are you going to tell the rest of the class?
Then
I'm not sure if
Probably-
I need to wait for him to get
Probably
back.
wait. But that's what you were doing, right? You were identifying.
I know what the gem is. I know everything, or majority of what the gem is about. Yes, but I'll wait for Duncan to get back.
Cool.
it's a shame that David didn't make this one.
Yeah, that was a lot of.
Have you relayed any of that?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Decided to wait.
Thank you. I
No.
I only asked that so that, like, because it's important for
No,
me.
I
to-
figured, yeah. Especially with something like that, yeah. Like you
Oh,
said.
pardon me.
Who do I still have Psychic Whispers with?
Yeah.
I think everyone but Grond.
Yeah.
And I think technically it actually goes through Aaron, and then Aaron relays it to whoever he wants to.
Well, did we say after the first time that we just do it as a group chat?
Well, I think we were talking about it that we could, but I think Raw, it's actually
Like,
yeah. So I feel like it's like we've been using it as like, and then Aaron relays, to be, because it's obviously like tedious to be like, I say this to Aaron. Aaron
but
says
we're
this
doing
to-
it kind of a passing through.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not,
But Aaron
but not
doesn't
something
have
I'm
to.
saying for someone is not going to everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it goes directly to Aaron.
Yeah.
But Aaron can relay that to whoever he wants. Go outside if you really want to relay it to people. Well,
What would be easier is, Clank, can you please step outside?
We're about to get a new model.
Check the YouTube.
Now, this is obviously Psychic Whispers. It's just that.
Yeah.
I've got a deep concern. The gem is of him. The gem is of Strahd.
Right.
Anything the gem does is of Strahd's will, nothing more. Clank is being affected by this, so we need to stop that.
And
We can leave it here, we can do whatever, we cannot have him hold that.
so, I think we should just try and keep it not as a big deal, and see if we can get Clank to happily part with it.
this is, as I noticed, Aaron is obviously passing on
Yeah.
information. That have you noticed that when Clank talks, there's flashes of colour, at hip, shoulder, eye, of the same colour as the gem. I do not think that this is the Clank that we know. We must remove this from. You're in possession of the gem to identify.
I'm holding
this.
it?
You're holding it.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So is he still glowing?
well,
I'm looking at Clank.
Can I just quickly just do my other really cool thing? Oh, hang on. There we go.
Holy.
Kind of like that.
It's like a fucking space marine.
Maybe not that intense, but you get
Even
the
with
idea.
him not holding it. But
Hey?
it's in his vicinity, I'm guessing.
Sorry.
With him not touching it.
I know. So now that you've got it, that's not happening. But before this is what Nick was seeing.
Yeah.
And those of you who
Yeah.
yeah, Cub was seeing this because I fucked it up a bit, but yeah, because Clank and you guys were talking out there.
Yeah.
So
but I didn't mention it until he started defending it. So I figured that was.
But yeah, so Clank is not under the effects right now, so he may be able to reason with. However, wanted to make sure,
Perhaps drop this gem
yes. Where do we drop it?
immediately.
I am not affected by this gem. None of us will be affected by this gem. I know that. However, Clank will.
If it's around him, he'll be affected.
If he's touching it,
If he's
he will be
touching it.
affected by it.
or it's in his possession.
Or it's in his possession, yes. It will not affect us. However, it is not worth the risk of having it around Clank. We cannot afford that.
Perhaps returning this to the keepers of the feather is best.
Let's get
Maybe
some,
worth it. Might get some gold out of it at the
yeah,
same
let's
time.
get some. I reckon we need a bargain with them a bit more.
This is not my concern, but do as you will.
We need
Yep.
a bargain for some
Okay,
more.
I'll get Clank.
To continue where we left off. To be frank, Clank,
Call me Frank.
things.
Yes, Frank.
From my time
I'm Frank Spencer.
at the monastery,
Only probably Brian knows Frank Spencer.
I think so. From my time at the monastery, I've read that things that whisper or speak to you that should not normally whisper or speak to you are not, or I'm not saying that it necessarily is. However, I do not believe. I
Could
think
you get to the
likelihood-
point?
The
How are you-
likelihood
how
is
are you
that this
feeling
item
right
may
now,
be
Clank?
cursed.
Without the gem in your possession, how are you feeling?
Fine.
So, no different? Okay.
I believe that we should leave this with the keepers of the feather. We shall retrieve another gem shortly. We must rest first.
Okay, why are we retrieving another gem?
To help bring happiness to Barovia.
I thought we were doing that by killing Strahd.
Step by step, goals are not achieved.
Brian, can I speak to you outside?
Yep.
This is great.
So back to our group chat. Do we want the other gym? Do we need the other gym?
It's not anything that's going to help us. It's Strahd. The gem is literal.
So
Anyway,
The gem is of Strahd.
we probably shouldn't be fucking.
Having minions of Strahd in possession of items of Strahd's power is not beneficial to us. Yes?
But
Having
we cannot destroy it.
having more on this later, having the keepers of the feather in possession of Strahd's gem that has been known to produce wine should surely be.
I don't feel it will affect them. It is just Clank. Because he is a mineral.
The point still stands.
Is it
of
what?
A mineral.
Oh.
The
It
point
is about the land. So he is a mineral.
Oh.
interesting.
That is the.
Hot take. Let's go back to that. But having this in possession of Strahd's minions, more or less, or those that do not wish well for the good of Barovia, I do not think is good. It would be better if it is in the hands of the keepers of the feather, or even ourselves. If it is a temptation to one of us, I do not think we should possess it.
I don't think we should possess it. I do think giving it to the keepers of the feather is no issue.
Okay,
Right,
we're
so
back.
as I was saying, when did we decide we're going to absolutely go and get the next gem as our
We-
next?
I'm in agreement with Clank there. It really serves no purpose.
I think
Although killing Baba Ganoush, she may have something powerful for us that's not the
I'm
gem.
kind of. It's like this all happening psychically, and I'm just feeling we're all standing there in silence, and Gron's just.
Is it happening? Is it happening psychically?
Now it's
You
not.
never you never said that.
Only
Now,
before.
we were
Yeah.
us, Aaron, and whatever were. I think retrieving the gem is not for me.
Hang on, sorry, just for my clarity, you're now talking or you're
Yeah,
now
talking?
talking,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
If it's psychic, I guess we'll kick someone out.
Yeah. Believe at this point, for me, retrieving the gem is not necessarily about any benefit for the winery or benefit for ourselves or benefit for anyone else. It is more for, do we want something that is that we know at very least to be of power in the hands of those that oppose us.
How do we know that Bubba What's Her Face opposes us?
We could ask her.
Hey, you a baddie?
Yes.
It's-
What if the last song?
I feel we'll get more sense out of them than the
Do you
keepers of the
believe
feather.
that the people that were kidnapping the creatures that were kidnapping children and feeding them pies and so
Pies?
Cosron are good?
No,
Yes.
but what relationship is there between them that you know of?
There was mentioned that they are hags. Is that correct?
Yeah, they did say hey.
Yeah,
Baba.
they are hags.
I can't
are they
remember her name. I keep
We-
calling her Baba Ganoush.
We know that they are hags, are they not? So therefore, having more power, is this a good thing?
No, not necessarily. I'm just wondering why it's suddenly a priority, that's all.
What else would you have us do?
Go to Hawaii.
Hang on, let me go to the side quest list.
Yes, indeed. And choose one I haven't prepared for. And immediately embark on it.
Actually, oh, hang on. I'm looking at ones that we've already completed, but there's a lot.
Fetch. I know that there's a lot that we can do. So
Is there anything worthwhile us doing? Anything that gives me power, I am happy to.
from what I understand, we have been asked or fabled that we should investigate this or investigate that. All I know for certain is that there is a gem.
We haven't. They demanded that we do it,
Yeah, this is true.
and that's like nobody has said please to us. And frankly, Clank's a bit sick of it. I'd rather that we did something that we want to do.
You are searching for pleasantries in a place of unpleasantness. I do not think you will find
Cosron
this.
really would like to kill Baba Yaga. Or Baba Ganoush.
Baba Lasana.
Baba
Saga.
Lasana. Thank you. That is something he would be happy to do. After the pie incident,
Can I just say that when you say Baba Lasaga, image enters your mind.
I didn't even see it.
say it.
In everyone's mind or just Cosron that said the name?
Those who saw it.
Okay.
I do not think you should repeat this name.
Gron's in the corner. Papa Saki.
The fact that Cosron wants to kill her is neither here nor there because Cosron wants to kill lots of people. So,
But
I mean, like, why is she at the top of the list all of a sudden?
she fed us pies that knocked us out.
No, she didn't. That wasn't her.
There was.
That was Morgantha.
Yeah.
We find ourselves at an impasse.
We've never met Baba Lysaga. We don't know anything about her. All we've got is
Please stop
hearsay.
saying this name. We have this gem. I do not think we need this. We can return it here as is.
Fuck was that?
And if we do not need to retrieve the gem from this other place, so be it. If we
I'm not
need to go
saying that we
elsewhere.
don't need to. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me why it's suddenly the most important thing.
It's
It's not.
It's just an option.
Yeah.
The most important thing is returning home, and as far as I know, we have no leads on how this is done.
Yes, we do. We've got a fucking shitload. Did you not listen to the conversation
Then-
that we had with Danica?
Then what is your next idea?
What do you suggest?
What leads us to this next quest?
So we've
the
got.
ultimate quest of getting home.
We had a list of things that Madame Ava told us that we could do to advance us. We can visit the Amber Temple and retrieve the history artifact that her prophecy told us about. We can, and I put this at the bottom of the list because it involves going to Castle Ravenloft, but that's finding Sergei's tomb in the castle and retrieve the supposed holy symbol to help us defeat Strahd. We also need to go and investigate Kresk and see if we can find this pool blessed by the light of the white sun, another thing that Danica told us about. And the final thing, which is the most vague, was searching for the child Avistana. You must hurry for her fate hands up. We don't have any leads on where that might be. But we've got 3 other locations that we know about that are definitely things that we have been told which will help us kill Strahd.
Very well, Kresk is nearby. Let us go there.
Yeah, I'm all
if
for
this
that.
is not the if the gem is not of the iron, it is merely that this was the,
Again, I'm not saying that we should do that. I'm just looking for what is our priority.
Well, honestly, there's no reason for us to go get the gem. It will not serve
Aside
us.
from reducing power from those that oppose us, or at least do not mean well for those of Barovia. That is the only consideration. There are other matters that seem less pressing. Ideally, the most pressing would be the child, but I have no idea where to start with this.
Yeah, that was super fucking vague prophecy.
they-
We must hurry for her fate hangs in the balance. Well, where is she, stupid woman?
Indeed. So the most
Worst fortune teller, 0 out of 10, would not go again.
The most pressing item to me seems to be the gem, because this reduces power from those that would oppose us. We can gain power for ourselves, but
You seem again to be visiting her with motives that we know nothing about. We've never met her. We don't know what she looks like. We don't know if she is.
Oh, I know
hag.
what she looks like.
I'm not saying that this is necessarily for violence or combat. Perhaps there is reason that can be done.
Oh really? Come on.
How many times have you?
How many times do you wheel that out and it's never gone well?
How many hags have you fought?
You argue against reason. You argue against violence. What is your
I'm
true...
not arguing against reason and violence. I'm just saying you don't have any reason.
Then suggest the solution.
To be honest, I prefer his approach, which is I just want to kill her. That's more honest.
Suggest the solution that you would propose.
I'm not going to. Like, if like you guys have been having a discussion behind my back, you decide what you want to do, and we'll do it.
Very well. Cub's going to take the gem and take it upstairs to the keepers of the feather.
Cool. As he does that.
I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Okay, that still doesn't answer what we're doing next.
No. Well, Clank, the gem, it spoke to you, is that right?
Yes.
The gem is of
Cubs,
this
come on,
land. The
upstairs.
gem
Join
is of Strahd.
I'll just let this play out a bit.
The reason the gem affects you is you are of the land. You are it does not affect us, how it does affect you because of your make,
You're a construct.
because you are a construct. And without that in your possession, do you feel any different?
My virus scanner's now happy.
Be careful, folks.
And he's in a rally.
So, in reality, the gem, the reason we were speaking before is we didn't know whether the gem would take you or not. Hence the
Nobody
secrecy.
takes Clank.
Good to know.
But again, what are we doing next?
Okay,
I'm all
pause there.
for- yeah.
You take the gem upstairs.
Someone kill something.
Preparations for lunch are
This
on the
seems
way.
like a weird thing. If you found out that it's of Strahd, why the fuck are you giving it back to someone and not destroying it?
We cannot destroy.
Preparations for lunch.
We can't destroy it. That's otherwise.
Darvian accepts the gem.
But
He
it's
gives you a bracelet.
it's not worth like.
You already have the
worrying
100
about.
gold pieces. And he says that
I'll
the
need to
barrel
take
of
it out
wine
of the
is
inventory
yours
now.
to
Yeah.
take or store
But
here.
yes, that was worth
But
it.
it is in your name.
To see if I
This
could.
bracelet
and I couldn't.
is,
A trinket.
and it is it merely a trinket or
Come
does
next
it do
door.
anything?
I'm so glad I put a secret door in.
Yeah, you know, Clank's not alone about being left out of the conversation because Gron hasn't had silent whispers. So.
Oh really?
Yeah,
No,
but you
Gron
said,
hasn't had
Oh,
silent
you
whispers.
said, but you said you didn't want to be included in it anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, yeah,
Ah, well, what I just said to him.
Gron's just finding out for the first
Okay,
time.
and-
he also doesn't really care.
Yeah.
He's just mad because for breakfast they tried to serve him fruit
Oh.
and Gron didn't like it. So he's mad and he's hungry.
And you'll probably need to homebrew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
On D&D Beyond. Yeah.
I thank you for this.
Gone now.
It was not required, but please use this for the good that you have done before.
Sorry, you hand it back? Or
No, the gem.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Takes the gem, he thanks you, and he says, lunch will be served in half an hour.
And Cobb will return back downstairs.
Okay. When Cub returns, we have a couple paths ahead of us. We can go and deal with the hag, or we can go to Kresk. Those are our two most real prudent options at this point. So we just put it to where we want to go.
How close is the mountain where the temple is that we got told about?
So
We're the Wizard of the Wines.
there's the wines there. It's literally just there. So it's just up there, across Raven River. But we have to go up. We'll probably have to go.
Yeah, Kresk is much closer because the mountain that I think she told us about is that one, which is a fucking long way
that's
away.
where area there way too.
Yeah.
So
Are you switching
Chris
all
is
these?
there. So we
That's just back to the winery.
Chris.
Yeah, you've stopped looking at the gem, and the gem's gone
Power
back to
through
the
the bush.
market.
Yeah, it's a very hard thing to explain when you're not metagaming.
Well then, food and then off to Chris, is it?
If that's what we're deciding, that or go kill the hag. I am fine with either.
Can
The door swings open.
My vote is for Kresk because I'm sick of
The door
doing-
swings open. Can you place Esmeralda at the door? Lunch is nearly served. Stefani has asked me to inform you. Have you come to a conclusion as to what you will do?
Not as yet.
I implore you, let us return to Vallaki together. Find my master, Rudolf van Richten, and together we will be able to vanquish Strahd and free this land.
Why is it that you now suddenly need our help when you were so eager to return to Vallaki before with the carriage of wine, and yet returned back here not knowing if we would return?
My master, who, as you know, I have shared with you, rescued me as a young child. What are you rolling?
Insight. I'm getting ready. Oops, that was a mistake. But anyway,
What was it?
15 plus 9.
15 plus 9.
24.
She seems incredibly sincere in this conversation. Incredibly sincere.
That's
She
like
has
the
my-
first time.
My tutor, my master. He is in fact my father. I consider him as such. He has guided me, and it is only in the recent months we have become separated and I have lost him. His focus on learning to defeat the evil that controls this land consumed him, and we were separated. But you have told me you have seen him. He has taken this other form, Ricardo, the circus man. That is him.
We didn't.
I
tell-
give you this.
Wait, point of clarity. We didn't tell her Ricardo. We just said that he was in Vallaki.
You sure you didn't say Ricardo?
Yes, because
Alright, retract that.
I didn't remember.
Delete that. Delete that.
Yeah.
I thought you guys worked out he was Ricardo.
Yes, we did,
We did,
but
we
I
did.
didn't say that he was Ricardo. I just said that he was in Vallaki.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
my bad. Then ignore that. But
Yeah.
clearly you guys I thought you'd joined the dots, so I was
Yeah.
correct.
Yes, we did join the dots. I didn't say to her because there was suspicious. But
I,
I'm just gonna grab some ice real quick.
yeah, cool.
Do you want ice?
Yeah, sure. She looks at you, Cub, and she goes, he gave me this early in our time here in Barovia. How he acquired this, I do not know. But I give this as evidence that we must find my master, my father, and help him.
if he is your father, if you arrive,
He is
in
not my
Barovia-
actual father. My As I have said,
If you have such a close connection,
yes.
if you arrive in Vallaki, even without our help,
Us?
you shall
But you
find
do
each
not
other.
understand. Others have come before you. I have met several. They have perished. They,
I mean, that seems like a good reason not to go anywhere near you and your family.
Jesus. They have perished, but none of them are the whispers of the Vistani, and I am of their blood. And I feel it. I see it in you all. Almost all of you.
Very well. Well, we are not returning to Vallaki.
Take this as proof. Take this as proof.
I shall take it. We are not returning to
shall.
Vallaki at this stage.
We must soon return to Vallaki.
We have other items, other matters to attend to.
What other matter is greater than vanquishing this land of the most evil vampire, the most powerful vampire that ever existed?
Have I not? I've